Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet.
Hi, I'm Mike Green. I'm one of the owners of 1A Auto. I want to help you save time and money repairing and maintaining your vehicle. I'm going to use my 20+ years experience restoring and repairing cars and trucks like this to show you the correct way to install parts from 1AAuto.com. The right parts installed correctly. That's going to save you time and money. Thank you and enjoy the video.
In this video, we're going to show you how to remove and then reinstall an ignition coil in this 98 Explorer with a 4.0 liter V6 with the EFI. This is basically the same as quite a few trucks with that motor in it. And the only tools you'll need are an 8mm wrench or socket and ratchet and a flat blade screwdriver. Disconnect your negative battery cable with an 8mm or 5/16 wrench. Okay, so on this motor, the ignition coil is right here, right on top, really easy to get to. If I'm just replacing the coil, what I like to do, and actually even if I'm replacing the coil and the wires, you want to do one at a time. Okay, you don't want to just pull all the wires off and pull them all off the plugs, and then it'll be a kind of a mystery of how to get them back on. So what I like to do is I just number them front to back. I don't worry about which cylinder on the engine they are technically, but I just make a mark. There's one, and I make 2 marks on that one, and then I know the one without a mark is the third one. Same thing on the other side. 1 mark on the first one, and 2 marks on the second one. Okay, and now I can pull my plug wires off by squeezing on here and then twisting and then off. Okay, then you got your harness connection here to the screwdriver. Pull up, you probably have to pull pretty hard. And it comes right off. And then you have 4 8mm bolts. Okay, this first one over here has a kind of a harness connection, so you want to make sure that when you put it back together, you put that back on. So you just remove those 4 bolts. Two bolts are in the back, kind of blind, but they're just right at the corners. Okay, and once those bolts are off, your coil comes right up and out. Okay, so here's your original coil, new coil from 1A Auto. You can see the 1A Auto coil is exactly the same. It's going to go in there, everything's going to connect up the same. Now on this vehicle, it's just a kind of a demonstration vehicle, and this coil is actually working fine, so I'm going to just reinstall the original one. Reinstallation, pretty straightforward. Gonna lift those up and out of the way. Okay, gonna just make sure our everything's pretty clean right there. Coil goes right down into place. Get one of the bolts started, and then I'll get them all started and then tighten them up. Okay, and then remember on this one over here, you've got this bracket that you want to put on. Okay, and when you tighten these, you want them firm, but they don't have to be incredibly tight. Okay, and now we've marked our wires here, so here's my 2, here's my nothing, so here's my 1, so that was closest to the front. Push it on. 2 is the second one. And no mark is the third. Okay. We'll actually plug in our harness connection there. No mark on that one. That's probably 3. My other 2 over here. 1 mark and 2. So we're all set.
We hope this helps you out. Brought to you by www.oneauto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet. Please feel free to call us toll-free 888-844-3393. We're the company that's here for you on the internet and in person.